as of late, this is documentation of the roads during rush hours during the LIRR strike 2026. May 2026 to be specific. I don't know what that man. I don't know what that. Some guy did kind of like put his fingers like this. I'm not sure what it was, but who knows? I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a sex sign or what that's supposed to be, but who knows? I'm going out. And there goes my scissors. So if you think rush hour here is bad enough normally, add rush hour plus the LIRR strike and it gets a whole lot more worse. And if people usually take the train because they can't really find parking downtown here, now that the trains are gone and the buses are the only thing, remember, buses are in the same traffic as us folk here driving. So while it is faster to cram multiple vehicles, look at this dumbass over here from the petrol station. Look at that dumbass. You saw a professional dumbass over there? So, yeah. And there's another dumbass. This is what I mean when I say certain retards. Has it been 3 minutes? Okay. Certain retards can't drive. You can't block the road, fuck. Y'all really gonna let him through, aren't you? Y'all really gonna let anyone through? Holy crap. Also, this is part of the N32 routing too. Because the N31 goes, I think, via West Broadway, and this is Broadway, I think. This is a school, right? I think, right? Yeah, it's a school. I mean, this is Broadway, right? Okay, let's say this is Broadway. So, yeah, like I said, if you think it's bad enough as it is, then add 300k more people driving, maximum, I guess. And, yeah, I don't think this area was meant for that many people driving. And all these said retards that you see on the road shouldn't be on the road. Hence why the train was a thing. But with the strike, you might as well kiss that train goodbye. Because at that point, you're looking at 3 to 4 hours of a journey. That you normally will take an hour to an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours on the East End, but it will become 6 hours. At that point, just look. Here's the thing: high power Long Island is correct though, because this will hurt more middle class to low class people, if there even any is, even if there, like, if there even is any middle class to begin with. Yeah, okay, this is Broadway. Okay. And the thing is, this is definitely Janeo Lieber's fault and Governor Hochul's fault. Or as I call her, bitch Cole. Which is actually a great euphemism because she's a bitch And coal in French means ass. So she's basically a asshole bitch, or a bitch ass asshole. I don't know what you want to say. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is it's their fault for this happening, because they're basically trying to twist the words of the union leaders in making it think that it's their fault that this happened, when in reality, Janeo Lieber or neither Albany can come to the table and, you know, compromise. And the thing is, 2 emergency board meetings happened before, and they said that the MTA can well and doubt pay the union leaders and the workers what they want. But the final nail in the coffin to start the strike was a last minute change to Medicare or health services, where it's like they would want to cut Medicare services to new hires, and that's what started the strike initially, like ultimately, essentially. So yeah, and that's like whatever houchul's saying, whatever Janeo Lieber is saying, they're lying to your fucking faces, 100%. And if they're lying to you, and they can lie like this, and they can fucking fool y'all motherfuckers, y'all as dumb as bricks, and yins are the same people which would be on the said trains. And here's the thing: those who can work from home are more so the finance professionals, or those who have a desk job. You know, not many people can work from home. You know, essential services like me. I'm doing essential services like cleaning, right? Like cleaners, janitorial, medical, surgeons, right? Food services, right? Like chefs, waiters, waitresses, or other types like plumbing, electrical. You also see the wires here, right? And also landscaping. Like they do services, right? Some are essential, some are non-essential, but most of them are essential. And the problem persists in the fact that, oh yeah, let's work from home to avoid congestions. No, bitch, this is not gonna happen. It's not gonna really help most people. The middle and lower class do the more essential services, whereas the high class are the ones that are able to work from home. And what flooded this time? Actually, fuck it. That flood, I might as well dip myself into that water with this flood, because, oh, it's a sinkhole. Oh well, basically, what I'm trying to say here is we need to basically indict both Governor Hochul. Actually, we need to indict Governor Hochul and the chairman, Janeo Lieber, Rob Freeman, because LIRR, and any of those chairman heads. And you indict them for 3 things: obstruction, potential money laundering, and corruption. And also, I don't know why the fuck Governor Hochul decided to bring in Trump, out of all people, into this mix. This literally has nothing to do with, yeah, there's like this national mediation. That is bullshit, and that has nothing to do with the MTA. And Trump, look, here's the thing. I don't like Trump a lot. I really do not like him. I really do respect the man a lot. I just don't like him. I can say he is well within his rights to basically shit on Governor Hochul. All right, and hey, the election is coming up, right? And if I wouldn't blame you if you vote for Blakeman instead, but Blakeman is the same shit as Hochul. He's already fucking the union workers here in this county, so it wouldn't be surprising if it's just a catch-22 and just the same shit all over again. But here's the other part: we, the people, have the power, not the government, neither the local administrations. We have a say. We go to the polls, we vote. And whether you vote for Hochul or Blakeman, you're voting for the same shit. So maybe vote for an independent or a third party or a centrist. Because those people are probably going to be helping you more than these two sides of left or right. Because if anything, you could say Hochul is woke, Blakeman is MAGA. But at the end of the day, they're both retarded as shit. I will say one good thing about Blakeman is that, yes, the crime is definitely very down, and we got much more I guess you could say, quote unquote, peace with less crime here and there. But Blakeman is already fucking up the middle of the island anyway, redlining the middle of the island. And last I remember, redlining is illegal. See what I mean by closing the gap? Like I said, seeing how much traffic there is here, yeah, like I said, this is what happens when, like I said, I'm sorry, I had to say it one more time because I kept on repeating myself like a broken record. This is what happens when the school, oh, that's why. This is what, oh boy, turn red. This is what happens when you have, incompetent leaders in charge, and this happens. And oh, you know, let's take nice bus. So oh yeah, let me talk about the shuttles. Those shuttles are only peak direction with only 2 stations with like 2 areas with like reverse rush, MTA. That we should also indict Governor Hochul and the MTA for a 4th crime, discrimination. Wanna know why? Because not many people are working those rush hour routes. There's a lot of people who work off peak. They go to work off peak or overnight. And if they have no way or no access to get to work overnight, what are they gonna do? What, are they gonna sleep in the office? What if they can't sleep in the office? What if they don't have money? What if they don't have money for a hotel? What, are they gonna sleep out in the streets? Well, they're gonna get arrested if they do, or they'll be basically thrown curb to curb to curb. And if anything, having those shuttles only rush hours is complete bullshit and bullocks. Where I am at, where I live, I mean, I'm just excessively lucky and grateful that I'm way better off than anyone here, because or anyone out in Suffolk or the eastern half of what I call East Queens, which is Nassau, because you don't have to worry about not having transit access, because I have 24/7 transit right by my doorstep within 1 to 3 minutes of walking. Fast or slower, usually 2 minutes. And the problem with that is that with nice bus, there's only 3 routes: the N41, which I call select bus, the N6, and the N4. 2 of those go to Jamaica, which is good. One from Midtown New Hampstead, and the other one from Great Valley, Queens, also known as Freeport. And I live within 3 minutes striking distance of a bus stop. Right at the front doorsteps of the street. I'm one of the lucky ones. There's a lot of other people who don't have that luxury of having doorstop service essentially to a bus that's 24/7. And this is what happens. So unless they have a car, they're gonna be stuck for 30 minutes just trying to go 1 mile. And here's another issue. A lot of these roads, for the one I'm at right now, are not supposed to have this much vehicles on the road. So you have all this clogging congestion. And here's the other thing. You saw to the left and right of you as you were watching this video, you saw houses, right? You saw these houses, these luxurious houses, because of all these snobby little fucks that Blakeman cares for over the middle of the island. We'll get to that in some other video, maybe the next one. Wow. What do you call LIRR strike congestion plus people's houses? You call it completely fucked, because people whose houses are right by thoroughfares like this now have to basically wait eons to get an access to get into their driveway, and then they back both what you see in front of you and behind you and behind me here. And the problem with that is then it clogs, and then the whole snake effect happens. And don't forget, the price of petrol is not that cheap either, after what Trump did in Iran. I told you. Again, Trump has all the rights to do all the rights to shit on Hochul, but even then, I still had to shit on him because of what he did with the prices of petrol rising up to, from what it was. Last time I saw cheap petrol was at $2.50. I think it was in the middle of the island or where I live. $2.50. Now it's around $4 and like 29 to $4 and or not even that, like maybe even $4.95 for a gallon of petrol. And then you're asking these people to either commute like this or, you know, take transit. It wouldn't make more sense. But the problem is, in Suffolk, there is no 24/7 transit artery. This is why I'd rather. This is why Ed Romaine and Blakeman needed to make 24/7 access of like arterials. Look at this shit. See you shot? You see that motherfucking thing? It's not always their fault because look. Close the gap, oh my Christ. You gotta close the gap. Because if not, you get people like that doing, and it's like, I want to blame the people who come out of those streets, but at the same time, it's not even their fault either, because they're being let through, and so there's like, there's a thing called being courteous is dangerous, where if you're being too courteous or too cautious, you're actually being a more bigger danger on the road than actual people who would actually be dangerous normally, which ironically will make them safe. In that regard, you would actually, if that's the case, a new law should be put that if you're being extra courteous to make it dangerous, you, the one who let the person through because you wanted to block one road out of 3, or one side of your road and the other side is still kind of free flowing, and let them through, you should be counted for. Where the fuck am I? I guess we must have passed the area. Yeah, I guess we did. You should be accounted for getting the ticket held to you. I mean, look at this fucker over here getting a fucking castle over here. And then you got people speeding down the road. I mean, it is rush period, so it makes sense, but still, you got people speeding down the road. School's on speed limit. And there's the school right there. But like I said, those shuttle stops are not going to really be effective, especially how discriminatory they are, because not many people are going to work or home or whatever on those rush hour periods. Effectively, that's why you should charge them with a discrimination charge as well, because they're discriminating against the lower and middle class, if there is any, workers, because of the fact that they can't work from those points that the MTA says. And again, Nice Bus, they're actually doing more. They've been doing more than the MTA ever did. Because the MTA is doing bullocks to be more better service. Even though it's free, it doesn't matter because of the fact that it's like, why? Like, when the New Jersey transit strike, if any of you know that bullocks of an issue, because you know what happened when Shakira came in. I bet you those people remember when the NJT strike happened. At least they had actual proper, much more better contingency plans than those here in the MTA, and yet things didn't really, escalate to what it is now. The MTA, on the other hand, is all but bullshit. People in Port Jefferson, they're better off taking a fucking ferry, or like anyone in Patchogue, or anyone in the east of Patchogue to Port Jeff, like barrier up there, Coram, whatever. You're better off taking a bus to fucking, or the S55 bus to Port Jefferson, and then taking a ferry to, I think it's Stamford, or is it New Haven? I don't know. Yeah, I think New Haven. Yeah, New Haven, and then basically taking Metro North into the city. Oh, by the way, this is what was supposed to be I-878 Robert Moses. This is what was supposed to be part of Robert Moses I-878. Now, what I want to do is make this into part of I-287. That might be a problem with all the, everything. Besides that, oh, and we were like one street away from. Okay. Well, I guess we were just always one street away. There goes Nice Bus in the distance, if you can see that. Like I said, NGT did it better, and MTA is all about bullocks of doing this shit efficiently at all. Nice Bus is actually doing better because actually Nice Bus, in basically every essence of stations that's within this county, they have a contingency plan on how to actually work things around on from where to go and what station and where to go. So if you are doing that, and how the fuck are you even surviving with all black clothing there, lady? Doing that is one thing, but then also yeah, those tracks are fucking empty as shit. But also no, it's not I think I ran out of ideas. Oh, got it. Nice Bus basically tells you, oh, take these certain routes to this specific bus route into the city, and they're actually adding extra service to those routes that go into the city. And what I really think they should have done is all those rush hour routes that they have, the N19 limited, N81, I call it rush, so on and so forth. They should have it run like all day, or like any routes that run late night should be running 24/7. Any ones that run 24/7 should have increased service overnight. So this way, have expanded service temporarily while the strike is happening, and maybe Nice Bus should also use, and the N43X that came out just recently is a great addition to this shit too, which again I'm going to call the select bus as well, because it basically it came in just about just in the right time, just to alleviate some stress. Here's the other thing though. Let's just say there goes the select bus. Speaking of, let's just say, yeah, see it says right there, LIRR strike plan ahead. Let's just say we're kind of fucked here, and this is why I say we need to just charge Janeo Lieber, Rob Freeman, basically the heads of the chairmen of MTA and Governor Houchul with corruption, potential money laundering, obstruction, and discrimination. Those four. Now, I'm no lawyer, so I wouldn't be able to tell you why, but I'm pretty sure some lawyers would. Some esquires could. So there you go. But my issue is, oh no, that's not it. There was also a City Field. I think there was some kind of game at City Field, and I think they knew that because they saw the strike potentially coming. So and they had shuttle buses, but those shuttle buses is like $8 per person or $20 per family, and they're not part of the MTA. Those are from the teams. The teams made those shuttle buses for people to get to the game. Some from Suffolk, some from here. One I know close by at Hempstead, Lake State Park. They take them to the game at City Field. And even if you had to pay $20 per family or $8 for one person, hell, $8 for one person, that's pretty close to Beeline or MTA's express buses. So hey, that's okay. That's fine. I can say that. And for $20 for a family pack, unless your family is more than 4, then it's a great value. Otherwise, you might as well pay the $8 individual because you're saving more money that way. Because if it's 2 people, it's a couple, so it would mean only 16. 24 for 3, you only save $4, or lose $4, depending on which one you decide to do on 2 or 3 people. And 4 or more is much more of a benefit. So there you go. There's a gap, you fuck there. You know, if you're gonna come and close the gap, that's good, but still. You see what I mean? Look at these two fucking retards. Dumbasses. And one of them was cutting me off into the left as well. I'm telling you, these people are professional retards who shouldn't be on the road. They don't know how to drive. And look, I don't know how to drive myself. There's the Key 114 Rush. But I at least know how to drive, like, to not cause a fucking scene or an accident. We can enter from there. So, in conclusion, y'all motherfuckers are fucking dumb as a bowl of bricks. I'll probably continue this a little bit later after I'm done with this service. Bus behind me. Not to hit their vehicle. And slowly back. More. There we go. And in conclusion, we're fucked.